Okay, in the last video we assembled some channels of the Pushbot. You can see that in the right side here. This is what it shows in the manual which you are using for the build, and this is what it should look like now that you have done this assembly. Couple of points to notice. Your main level is up here, Pushbot v5 version 5. It shows here the dot on the circle means this is the active component. Just something to keep in mind. All these subcomponents together make up this active component. Also, you will notice there is something that looks like a chain link over here. It is a good practice that whenever you bring in components from this Tetrix kit over here, you break this link, because if you make any changes to these components here, like you change a hole or something, it's going to go and change everything inside your Tetrix kit. So as a good practice, whenever you bring in these things, clean it up, break the link, just right click on each individual subcomponent and you will see a break link option. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up all these and break all these links. That way the components or the subcomponents in your model are all independent and it won't affect the subcomponents in the Tetrix kit. So 3 more to go. Let's do this. Break a link. Break a link. There we go. Now you can continue. Also notice all your joints are in a separate folder called joints. All the rigid joints that you made, you can see a symbol here for each of them. This is the symbol for a joint right here. So those are all the joints we made. Now let's continue with building the rest of the chassis. The next step shows cross braces need to be assembled, which is a 288mm angle and a 288mm flat bar with a 2-inch post, this one right here. So let's bring that in just like before. Find it in your Tetrix kit, a 288mm flat bar. I see it. I'm gonna drag it and bring it in. That's this one right here. So as soon as it comes into my model, I will position it. There it is. Zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna just position it up here. That's good enough. I'm gonna hit OK. It's intersecting this channel right now, but doesn't matter because, as we know, we're gonna create a joint for it. Next one is the 288mm angle, and that should be this one right here. Again, dragging it in. It comes in right there. It looks like it needs to be turned around a little bit, so I'm gonna make it exactly like this one, for which first I will turn it around. Oops, don't need to do that. That's the wrong handle. So you can always play around and see which is the right angle. There we go. It's gonna go to 90 and then I'm gonna flip it over by 90. As you can see, it looks similar to this one. I'm just gonna move it out of the way a little bit. There. And it's on the bottom. That's good enough. So I'm gonna say okay. Now to make the joints like we did before. As you can see, this one, the flat bar, is going to be joined over here. There's also this post that needs to be brought in. Before I forget, let's do that too. So there's my 2-inch post. I'll bring it in here. Okay, it's right there. Move it behind here. Maybe stand it up using this handle. Yep, 90 degrees. Move it a little up here. There. That should be good enough. Hit OK. Now we're starting to make the next joins. So we're going to join this flat bar to this channel. It looks like it needs to be joined over here. So again, instead of these two, I'm just going to join one of these screws, the last one here. So go back to the model, hit J for joint, or use the assemble joint command. Now it's going to say select your first component. I need the underside of this flat bar and the first hole, so I'm going to flip it around a little bit. Go to the underside, get this first hole. Again, find the edge, hold control, and then go get the center. And I have to move it to component number 2. So that's going to be in this position. So again, looks like I gotta go to the third hole, which is this one. So this right here. Again, find the edge and control and the center. There it is. The bar looks like it's in the right position. I'm gonna hit OK here. This joint is done. You should joint at least one hole on the other side. It really does not matter in this 3D AutoCAD Fusion if you don't do the other side, because it's already rigidly joined. But just to make it representative, I'm going to go ahead and do it over there. Also, I want to show you how to do it hiding other components. So I need to again make a joint, this time on this hole, but on the underside. As you can see, the underside is hidden by this channel. So a very easy trick is to hide this channel first. I can find it by clicking on it. I see an underline. See it underlined here. So I go click it, select it, and then right click and say hide. Or you can just go to the bulb over here and say hide. And now it's hidden. So now what I can do is I can start making my joint again at that last hole. I'm going to turn it around, go to the underside, assemble, joint. I'll pick this time this edge over here, the bottom edge and its center. And I will then join it to now. My second one is the one that I've hidden. I can go back and unhide it now. So you remember this bulb is here, so this is the one. Unhide it. As you can see, now it's easier to go select it now. If you wish, you could actually hide this one, the flat bar, by going to the flat bar and hiding it, and then go pick the circle. Outer edge, center, done. And I'm gonna go back and bring the flat bar in. There you go. Flat bar is in position, and I put a joint on that hole and a joint on this hole, just to show the two screws at the two ends. Similarly, I'm going to go ahead and do the angle at the bottom, and you can follow along just looking at the video. I can see the position here for the angle, so it's easy. So let's do that. Assemble, joint. Hit OK. Do the same on the other side. I'm gonna hide this one. Make a joint again, assemble joint, or J, just hit J from the bottom, from the top surface of this angle bar. Bring it back, the channel, hide the angle bar if you want, and then go to the underside. No, I did something wrong here. You see how it says 2 selected? I should not have 2 selected. Component 1 should be just 1, so I'm going to redo it. Cancel it. So if you see mistakes like that, you can look for clues in the active window that you're working in. So let's go back and bring it all back. The angle. I'm going to create a joint, so it's already open here. First one I want to select is on this one, so I'm going to hide this channel. It's this one here. Okay, now I do the second one. Unhide the channel and then hide the angle bar. Go to the bottom of the channel. There it is. Done. So now you can bring back the angle bar and it's done. This is also assembled. Finally, you have this to be assembled. Looks like it's assembled on the 4th hole, so that's easy. We'll go and do another joint. Pick the bottom of this one and pick one of these holes and the center of this hole to the 4th hole. 2, 3, 4. Right there. Again, the edge and then the center. Bam. That looks good. Looks like it's done. Just like in the manual, you now have part of the chassis assembled. So I'm going to hit save, and that's it for this video.